Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
Welcome to Movie Memory Machine 5-4, the mini-series where we bring you 5 films thematically related to the movie we are talking about this week. And this week we're talking about The Rundown. I am your host, Landon Solano, joined always by my co-host, Truman Capps. Truman, it's great to see you.
Landon, it still rocks to be seen. I am reusing jokes from the main episode because of how much I loved The Rundown. And I can't wait to see what other movies are swimming in the same piranha-infested waters.
I gotta be honest, everything I was gonna pull for this, we've already pulled for previous 5-4, so...
Yeah, this movie, which is just basically a muscly tropical reskin of Midnight Run.
Run,
yeah.
Indiana Jones, Romancing the Stone. We've done all of these before.
You foretold that this would happen. Eventually, we would run out of individual new movies and have to start doubling back.
Well, we are doubling back, but maybe not in the way you think. Should we go to our first film?
Yes, let's do it. No, Sahara! No, Landon! Why would you do this? I thought we were friends. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Let's see. The idea is that this is an adventure action movie in which two men and a woman are in a place doing things, and one of them is there for comic relief.
Yeah,
and
I think you can get a little more specific. Yeah.
And the woman is pretty, and
yes. Well,
and
I mean,
the main guy has muscles.
True. Yeah, not as much as The Rock, but
no, certainly not. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is also an adventure-y, globe-trotting-y film that does not hold it together nearly as well as The Rundown, in my opinion.
Agreed. I didn't say these are recommendations, just 5 films that are thematically related.
Yeah, you explain that to me every time, and I still don't listen to it. Talk to me about why you feel it's thematically related.
I just feel like if you are the type of person to like The Rundown, you might also like Sahara. Is that true, Truman?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if my Sahara-loving father loves The Rundown because he hasn't seen it.
But you love The Rundown.
I do love The Rundown. I did not feel the same way about Sahara, which I talked about at some length. Although I do wish that Clive Cussler had somehow been involved in the making of The Rundown, so he could have leaked all of the details to the press, and I could have had access to that data.
There would have been so much underwater. Like, when they fall off that cliff and then land in the water, there would be some sort of ship at the bottom of that lagoon.
Yeah, exactly. The Jeep sinks down, and then they have to raise the Jeep.
So basically, you have, like, just action-y shenanigans happening with the 2 male protagonists, and then you have the, kind of serious underpinning of the female protagonist's story, gluing it all together.
Or pulling it apart.
And yeah, I think they bring a similar, like, machismo vibe to The Yard. One is more fun than the other, I'll give you that. But like, I'm just saying, if you're someone who likes these types of movies, you might get something out of Sahara, and you might not.
Sahara is certainly hornier than The Rundown is. Like,
easily.
Dirk Pitt is actively trying to make stuff happen, and according to director Breck Eisner, something does happen on that boat. Eisner. Next movie, will we try to crack that one?
All right, let's go a little more fun.
Firewalker, but not Firewalk with Me. That's a different thing.
No, and this is a Chuck Norris film, but it's not Firewalker Texas Ranger.
Okay. Well, then tell me what this is.
This is a buddy action treasure hunt sort of in the jungle film. It is this one done by Cannon? I can't remember if this is a Cannon film or not. But it is of the era. It's 1986. J. Lee Thompson has done a lot of these types of movies. This is, to me, thematically related, even beyond the, like, the obvious pairing of an action star and, with a buddy casting and trying to, fall ass backwards into treasure hunting. What this, I think, most thematically relates to the Rundown is like that middle of the road, we need something to fill out the marquee on a Friday night in the middle of March, and we don't have any big tentpoles slated for that month. So let's get a quickie Chuck Norris one in there.
Do you think that the action scenes in this one are better than they are in the Rundown, which you were famously critical of?
They're different. And, oh, man, that is a challenging question to ask me. You know what? I'll say they're on par. I mean, they're not the same, obviously. But, they leave something to be desired in Firewalker. But I think it hits the kind of sense of adventure and the scope of it a little bit better than the Rundown does.
Yeah. Okay. But so not a lot of wire foo going on here, is what you're saying?
No, not at all. I mean, Chuck Norris does do some gun shooting and some kicking, but that's about it.
So it's more down to earth, more grounded, literally.
Yeah, and of course, it also stars Luke Gossett Jr. R.I.P.
Yes, pouring one out.
All right, shall we move on? We've got a
let's keep
twofer
going.
lined up here.
Oh boy. Armor of God, spelled with a U. Oh my lord. Oh, directed by Jackie Chan. Okay, well, this explains a lot. Tell me about Armor of God.
This is Jackie Chan. He plays a character called Asian Hawk, which is so just trying to be Indiana Jones. But it is kind of like, what if Indiana Jones was also kind of good with guns?
Okay. He's kind of good with guns. He shoots that guy in the market.
This is also playing on like the Temple of Doom Indiana Jones, because he's going up against a satanic cult here. This is kind of an insane movie.
Yeah. It already seems like, just from these stills that I'm looking at right here, this seems utterly nuts. Is he...
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of movies where Jackie Chan is actively a gun user. He's like full-on shooting people with a gun and not using karate.
I mean, I would say, yeah, this is 1986, so he's well established in Hong Kong as a superstar at this point. And yeah, I think this was an intentional sort of step away. He does do, his brand of martial arts here, but it is more like riding on the tops of tanks and trying to, actually, it kind of has a lot to do with Sahara, because there's a big tank scene in this. The Armor of God is a tank.
Wait. So at the end of the day, it's not a relic he's looking for. It's a modern tank. He's kind of more of a James Bond type.
James Bond meets Indiana Jones
in Asia with a hawk.
Asian Hudson Hawk. No, this is Asian Hawk.
This seems completely nuts. I have to say, I kind of like. I mean, do you think it stacks up well to Jackie Chan's other work?
This is a fun one. If you go through his like the top ones of Jackie Chan and you're looking for like to explore a little bit deeper, you could do worse than Armor of God. I do think I'd recommend the next one more though.
Well, then show us the next one. Oh, Operation Condor. I remember trailers for this and really wanting to see it, and my mom was just like, no, we are not going to see Operation Condor. I don't know what she was trying to protect me from.
I don't either. This is another saga of the Asian Hawk character.
This is a sequel. I didn't even realize. I thought Operation Condor was its own deal. Oh, wow.
No. So Operation Condor, it's not as good of a film if you're looking at just like how things are constructed. But this one, I think Jackie Chan realized the serious approach to Armor of God didn't play to his strong suits, and he kind of leans backwards into wacky territory with this a little bit more. And it's just much more fun because of it.
He's established Asian Hawk as this very serious, brooding character, and then in the next movie it's like, Asian Hawk got goofy in the past few years.
Yeah, he's doing like the opposite of American films, where the second you have a sequel or remake, it's like all of all of everything the character loved is stripped away from them, and they have to start from a place of grief and trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Where Chris Pratt is like, oh, everyone likes how I'm an action hero who's also really funny and does pratfalls. Now I'm going to be serious.
Should we rename them Chris Falls?
I think there's already like a national park that's named that, so we'd have to find something different.
This one takes place in the Sahara, so maybe it has more thematically related to Sahara than it does.
Everything's coming
the
up
Rundown.
Sahara. Okay.
But yeah, it's just about buried Nazi gold, and he and his team, kind of uncovering it. This has much more of a sense of whimsy and adventure, and just fun times than the Rundown does, in my opinion. I watch Operation Condor 6 times before I watch the Rundown again.
Wow, you have a lot of time on your hands.
Well, I do.
For Jackie Chan, and his hands move pretty fast, so.
All right. Any thoughts on Operation Condor?
I mean, having not seen it, all I can say is I wish that I had, because it looks pretty fun. I don't know. I mean, knowing that it's part of the Asian Hawk franchise now, I have to get in on that.
I was just going to say, just because you haven't seen it yet doesn't mean you can't moving forward.
I don't have as much time on my hands. I have to edit this shit, you know?
All right, should we move on to the last film?
Yes, let's move on to the last film.
Previously on, I think it was the Playmobil movie,
Oh.
we recommended Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, no.
Therefore,
You didn't. Yeah, Jumanji The Next Level. And let me guess, you haven't seen this one either.
I have not. No.
Great. Well, I haven't seen this one either, so we have nothing to say. It looks like there's monkeys in it based on the trailer.
The Rock's
or
in
the
it.
Poster. Yeah, The Rock is in it based on the poster.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, Jumanji, huh? They're back in it. They're back in the jungle. I don't know. I never even really fully, as we recall, I never even fully finished the first Jumanji because I was watching it on a plane, and then the Customs and Border Protection video started playing, so it cut off the ending.
Well, let's speculate for a second, because the next level, I thought this was a board game. Like, levels are things in video games.
No, I'm pretty sure. I do remember, at least from the trailer for this, that they level up to it being a video game cartridge or something that sucks them back into that world.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. It's in the first of these 2 new Jumanji movies. Yeah, it's like that's the whole thing. It's a 90s video game system that that gets them sucked back into the world. Yeah, the first one's good. The first of these new ones is good. I'm surrounded by haters of the Jumanji movies, but they're good.
I got no stake in that game at all. As I said, I don't care about The Rock.
Well, okay. I mean, see it for other reasons. See it for Jack Black.
I would, yes. I mean, I wouldn't not see something because The Rock's in it. That's me having zero opinion about The Rock.
Wow. For someone who has no opinion about The Rock, you sure have spent a lot of time today talking about The Rock.
That's what the podcast demands.
Yeah, well, you can't stop The Rock, I suppose. Yeah, so I don't know. So a qualified neutral recommendation from the 2 guys who have not seen this movie.
These are not recommendations, just thematically related.
Okay, a qualified acknowledgement of the existence of the movie from the 2 of us.
There you go.
Movies.
Now you're getting it.
There are literally hundreds of them. Here's one: Jumanji: The Next Level.
Welcome to the 5-4 series.
You know, that was the original title for the Rundown, was Welcome to the 5-4 series.
Oh, God. All right. Well, I'll say this to wrap us up. I would watch the Jumanji movies. I especially the first one. It does seem like people have a good time with it, and that is, I think maybe the reason I haven't seen it is because I don't eat pizza anymore, and it's like the definition of a pizza movie to me.
Mm-hmm. We need to find some kind of pizza methadone that you can like do safely and still get the movie experience without the negative health effects of the pizza.
Yeah, what would that be? I don't know. I'll think about that, and maybe I'll watch Jumanji while trying it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, think of it first, then watch the movie, because it's going to demand every second of your attention.
All right. Well, that has been 5-4 films recommended in regards to The Rundown.
Wow. Got lost in the jungle there, didn't we?
For Truman Caps, I have been Landon Solano.
And for Landon Solano, I've been Truman Caps. Stay safe out there.
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit MovieMemoryMachine.com.